Thomas Tuchel's first ever win managing Chelsea. Let's go. Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today is a post-match breakdown of Chelsea versus Burnley. So Thomas Tuchel is able to overcome his first ever taste of Brexit ball by beating Long-Ball FC 2-0. As Azpilicueta steps up to score the first goal of the Thomas Tuchel era after a counter-attack led by Mason Mount, who lays it off for Callum Hudson-Odoi on his right-hand side, who cuts inside but then lays it off, just chops it back to Azpilicueta, who was sprinting to get round him and overlap round Callum Hudson-Odoi, who then just smashes it with the instep of his foot very precisely into the goal past Nick Pope, who could have done better, but the ball was hit with so much precision and power that I don't think he can blame himself too much. So the second goal came in the 84th minute when Tony Rudiger started driving forwards. He tried to lay it off for Marcos Alonso, who wasn't really up to speed, it didn't look like. But then Marcos Alonso found Pulisic, who ran down the wing, down the left-hand side, who then chipped it back in for Alonso, although I think the ball was destined to fall to Timo Werner. He controlled it on his chest as he ghosted in from the left-hand side. Remember, as I said, he passed to Pulisic, Pulisic crossed it, or dinked it back into him. He controlled it off his chest, off his thigh, still not knowing where the goal is, spun, and then volleyed it right at the near post into the roof of the net to put the boys 2-0 up. Right, let's read you some of the stats. So Chelsea had 71.5% possession, not as much as the 79% against Wolves, but still dominated in possession. They had 19 shots compared to Burnley's, it says 0 here, but I think some of them could have been some shots. Surely they had a shot, but Chelsea only had 8 on target compared to Burnley's 0 that it says. Chelsea had double the amount of touches in 873, over double the amount of passes in 706, 4 corners, 2 offsides and 7 fouls conceded. So now onto the player ratings. In goal, Edouard Mendy did not have to do much at all. I'd probably give him maybe a 7. Good to keep a clean sheet. That's 3 clean sheets out of our last 4 Premier League games, getting clean sheet against Fulham, Wolves and now Burnley. A right centre back, Azpilicueta, I'd give him an 8. He was very solid defensively. Obviously got the first goal under Thomas Tuchel. Yeah, give him an 8. Thiago Silva also very solid. He really assures that calmness at the back, just that self-assurance that he's not going to mess up. No silly mistakes here. I'd give him an 8 as well. Rudiger, I'd probably give a 7. I don't see what Tuchel sees in him over Kurt Zouma, but he did a solid job today. Right wing back, Callum Hudson-Odoi, I'd give him probably a 9 yet again. Maybe an 8. He was really, yeah, I'd give him an 8 actually. He was giving Eric Peters so many problems. He fizzed in loads of good balls. He probably should have got at least 2 assists. Unlucky not to get any assists. In the middle, Jorginho, probably a 7. Didn't really do much, but he really controlled the tempo of the game. And the pivot next to Kovacic, who I'd give an 8, is really starting to turn into one of the better midfield partnerships in the Premier League. We can see Declan Rice and Thomas Souček at West Ham, but Mateo Kovacic driving forwards and Jorginho passing it out wide seems to be really working under Thomas Tuchel in his first 2 games. Marcos Alonso had a solid game at left wing back. Obviously got the goal. I'd probably give him a 7 though, because he was really not involved in the play at all, but it was a very good turn and finish for the goal. At number 10 at the cam, Mason Mount had a brilliant game. I'll give him an 8 as well. He was really picking pockets of space, playing through balls into Callum Hudson-Odoi, Timo Werner, Christian Pulisic and Tammy Abraham, and he was even working back. He had bundles of energy, doing really well off the ball as well. Tammy Abraham obviously came off at half-time, probably give him a 6, although he didn't really do much, but what was asked of him, he didn't do a great job of it. Timo Werner, I'd probably also give a 6. He was kind of isolated despite being in a 2 up front. He didn't get a goal. He should have had at least 1. He had a good chance when Callum Hudson-Odoi fizzed it across and he couldn't really get the ball under his feet. He just needed to control it, turn it towards goal, and it would have been a goal, but that wasn't meant to be. Christian Pulisic as well, I'd give him probably an 8. He had a lot of chances as well. Maybe a 7 actually, yeah. I'd give Christian Pulisic a 7. Sorry for my undecidedness. Yeah, I'd probably give Christian a 7. He didn't do much, but also had only one half to do much. Reece James didn't do much, but what he did do was good, so I'd probably give him a 6 or a 7. Kai Havertz didn't do anything really. Probably give him a 5, but he only had 10 minutes to really change the game. So obviously this is Thomas Tuchel's second ever game managing Chelsea. First one was a lackluster 0-0 draw to Wolves. This one was a very demanding, dominating game once again. Only this time we were able to get goals. But one of the reasons Thomas Tuchel was brought in was to get the most out of Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, and he's still yet to do that. He's only been there less than a week still, so you can't expect so much from him straight away. But both the goals today and the two goals in his 2 games, the only 2 goals, have both come from Spanish defenders. So I don't know if he's getting the best out of the forwards, but he's definitely getting the best out of the goal scoring out of the defenders. Once again, Callum Hudson-Odoi was a major danger. A major danger down the right hand side for Chelsea. Eric Peters could not catch up with him. He was getting taken on 24 or throughout the whole game, and he was doing very well. But at half time, I would have gone with the man of the match so far. Would probably have been Mateo Kovacic. Next to Jorginho, he was really picking up the ball from him, driving forwards, looking to drive forwards, also switching it out very nicely to Callum or sometimes to Marcos Alonso on the left hand side. So yeah, I would have gone with him as man of the match. He also had a shot that it was a bit timid, but if he had put a little bit more precision to make it go a little bit to the left or to the right, I think it probably would have gone in and it would have been too much for Nick Pope to handle. At half-time, Christian Pulisic came on for Tammy Abraham. I'm not sure if it was due to the fact Tammy was limping a little bit. I didn't see him limping. Didn't look like he was in any pain or injured one bit, but I think it was just because the height and the physical similarities between Tarkowski and me were just overpowering Tammy Abraham. So the directness of Timo Werner and Christian Pulisic together up front was a lot better in the second half. Christian had a few chances. Timo had a few chances in the first half. Didn't really have to do much in the second half. But it was a big upgrade, I think, on Tammy Abraham. I was surprised we didn't change shape. I thought maybe Mason Mount would go to like almost a right wing, Christian Pulisic to a left wing, and Timo Werner up front alone. But Christian and Timo were playing together up top with Mount still behind him in the number 10 role, who had a great game yet again. And in the 72nd minute, Callum Hudson-Odoi, one of Chelsea's most dangerous threats going forwards, came off for Reece James, who filled in for him at right back, just for a little bit more of defensive security and a little bit of a better, I wouldn't say final product, because Callum was doing great with the balls, fizzing the balls across the face of goal. Ben Mee almost scored an own goal from one of Callum's dangerous balls, but Reece James just has a little bit more of, I don't know, variety of putting the ball in the box. With 10 minutes to go, Kai Havertz replaced Mason Mount in the number 10 role. Mason Mount had a great game going forwards, the passing, and got himself into some very, very dangerous positions, and also playing loads of lovely balls through to Callum Hudson-Odoi especially, who then fizzed it across, which strikers Timo Werner, Tammy Abraham and Christian Pulisic didn't always latch onto, but Mason Mount definitely proved his worth as to why he should be starting most games for Chelsea. So as for the lineup, Chelsea went out with a 3-4-1-2. It's a little bit different, but you'll have to see it. In goal, we had Edouard Mendy. I was 99% confident that Thomas Tuchel would go out with Mendy in goal. At right centre back as Piliqueta. If we do go out with a 3 at the back formation for the rest of the season, I think that he's probably cemented his position at right centre back. In the middle, we had Thiago Silva, and on the left, Rudiger. I'd rather Zuma, but Thomas Tuchel sees something in Rudiger more than he does see in Zuma. Zuma has been our best centre back so far this season, personally, and I just want to get rid of Rudiger, really. At right wing back, yet again, we saw Callum Hudson-Odoi. We saw him against Wolves. He had a great game. In the midfield, we had the same partnership of Jorginho and Kovacic, controlling the tempo of the game. At left wing back, Marcos Alonso over Chilwell, so that was controversial, to say the least. In the number 10 role, we have Mason Mount, so it's good to see Thomas Tuchel recognising Mason Mount's talent and what he can do for the club. And up front, it's exciting stuff. Timo Werner playing off Tammy Abraham, Timo and Tammy and Timo. I was so happy when I saw the formation. How have we managed a 2 up front with Mason Mount in the 10, Hudson-Odoi in the pitch, and a 3-back formation, all in the same? Like, how have we managed it? Okay, so lastly, Chelsea's next game is against Tottenham Hotspur, also known as Spurs, who will be without Harry Kane on Thursday, the 4th of January. Like I said, they'll be without Harry Kane after getting injured against Liverpool. hopefully we can nick something. We should have won the reverse fixture. It ended 0-0. I think it was in a very lackluster game. Olivier Giroud had a very good chance to win it late on, but he hit it at Lloris. Hopefully we can win. It's a big game. If we can win this, I think we come in very, very close touching distance of Spurs themselves. And after losing to Liverpool, they're not on a great run of form themselves. That is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new around here. Comment down below your thoughts of the game. Thanks for watching and goodbye.